You may know, my father owns a dealership.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You ain't no friend of me.
P?
Alright, cool. Alright, so. Who raise your hands if you remember where you were when we last left off?
Oh, me, I know.
Alright, cool.
We were on a chariot led by a skeleton going through the death realm to get to Emberwell.
Nice. You actually remembered. Very good.
I think I should get a point of experience.
Yeah. Did Snake remember?
Well,
Did he?
I mean, I did remember, but I've also thought it would be unfair for me to answer because I've got a page full of notes
Yeah.
open, so...
Did Swede remember? Did Swede remember?
No!
Okay.
What a preposterous question.
Now then, yes. So, we last left off, you had to get broken out of Marion by one of Death's servants.
It
Something
happened.
seemed wrong. There were just a lot of guards swarming around the hotel you were in. And
Leon is used to that.
he spirited you away. He got you outside the gates and said he could take you as far as Glimmerstone.
So we still got a ways to walk. We gotta go up into the mountains and then hang a right.
Yeah.
Not go into Larimer. I think we were told not to go into Larimer. I vaguely
Yeah.
recall details about that.
Maybe grab some Mickey D's.
Was it Larimer?
I mean,
Yeah, it was
there was
Larimer.
something about Larimer that was untowards. It's been a few months.
North Korea.
North Korea.
They're North Korea. So yeah,
Yep.
basically, so we get back there. Yep, you're just outside Marion. The chariot's on its way. It's being driven now by Pepsi and Nassim.
How degrading Nassim
Yeah.
says in
And-
horse.
You hear a strange noise from above.
Well, Leon looks up.
There's a crack of thunder as a hole tears open in the sky,
Ruh-roh.
Good.
and
Well, now.
a hand comes down and grabs your friend Edgar.
Edgar, no!
Fucking bye!
No!
There are just several clocks all around the portal.
Leon is gonna try
And-
to grab Edgar. He can't let Edgar go.
I think we gotta let this cutscene play out.
Well,
Yeah.
Can Leon at least, when he tries to grab him, at least get the book with him?
No.
If
Oh.
if Austin turns up partway through this session, is that hole just gonna open again? Just
So yeah, there's a pause, and when you go to grab him, you're like frozen in time, essentially.
Edgar, no!
Like you're just like you're frozen in time, and Edgar seems to like not be like opposed to this. Like he looks calm when you look at his face, and the hand drags him back and disappears along with him.
Curse you, Sky!
Well, that was an oddly efficient way
Your
of getting
skeleton driver looks back and says, "Huh, didn't expect that to happen."
Damn you, Sky! I'll
Touche.
curse you!
Touche, skeleton driver.
Alright,
That's-
put down our psychic.
Yeah,
Quick,
that's gonna
Taz.
be
Quick,
that's gonna be an odd one to explain to the boss.
Well,
quick task. We have to declare war towards the Sky to get him back.
I quite like the sky though, and it didn't seem to be the sky's fault. There was a tearing in the sky.
Stupid Sky giving up.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's the one way of just tagging a party member out for.
so yeah, Death's servant just continues along his merry way. The countryside looks roughly the same, but there's not a living soul in sight. It's a very dark sky out, and it's just like a very dark like fog over everything.
So Leon goes like leans in closer to the skeleton driver and just says, "So, you work for Death, eh?"
I believe that's been established. Yeah.
Yeah. Death's my arch nemesis. Lost a
Is he?
leg in battle with him.
He doesn't really battle.
It was a real battle, I say.
He gambled with him and lost a limb. He would have lost a
Oh.
lot more if he was not stopped by a certain someone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not the first, buddy.
But I'm certainly the one that left the most biggest impression, right?
Not really. I mean, you're looking at me. I've lost my entire skin and muscle structure.
Well, aren't you trying to be special? Leon says as he leans back and pouts.
Hey, wait. So what you're saying is we could have let Leon keep gambling shit away, and he would just be a skeleton?
Well, the deal was going up to his soul, so I think we wouldn't have him in the party if he went ahead.
Hey, who needs a soul anyways?
I don't know. I just think Skeleton Leon would be a lot cooler.
Probably.
Hmm.
We live with the
Note to-
mistakes we make, and
note
Leon
to
is one
s-
of them.
Note to self: skin would having no skin makes you cooler.
It does indeed.
Hmm.
Taz just kind of sat back and just says to Leon, Leon, you just kind of have to accept that not everyone's going to remember you or even want to remember you.
That's preposterous. Why wouldn't they want to remember me?
Because you're not a skeleton.
Exactly. Man, I need to fix this.
Alright, so the chariot enters the forest. He's riding towards Glimmerstone. And like in the distance you can see like a very bright light that he's headed towards. Where
Oh, I see.
Glimmerstone Temple would usually be. It's just a very, very bright light.
Huh, a bright light. This reminds me of something.
You ever been told not to go into the light?
Yeah, but some people, but I don't trust them.
Yeah, we're going into the light.
Oh, neat.
I assume that you know best.
Yes, I'll trust you on this one, Skeleton Driver. Did we get the Skeleton Driver's name?
No.
Okay.
So,
He's just Skeleton Driver.
Yeah, I feel it would be rude at this point to ask. It's been too late.
I mean, you can.
We could. We could
Yeah.
indeed.
good. Leon's not gonna.
Say, do you have a name, Skeleton Driver?
Are you asking because you genuinely want to know, or because you feel it'd be rude not to make small talk with me?
Bit of both, really.
I lost my name in the bet.
Ooh.
What was
Oh.
your name?
Ooh, that's...
I don't know.
Oh, so this is some like Spirited Away shit. Gotcha.
Huh. Losing a name. How terrible.
Oh, we're almost there. And yeah, you're approaching the bright light. It gets more and more just enveloping all around you.
Wait, before you go, what do we call you?
Skeliotness.
So yeah, the chariot finally moves through the bright light, and you are now just in an endless black expanse.
Nice. I like it here.
There's wood panel flooring beneath you as the skeleton parks and gets off and makes a big, he starts stretching despite the fact he doesn't have muscles.
I like this guy. I like him a lot.
Leon starts stretching like even harder next to him. He's not gonna be outdone by a fucking skinless person.
I noticed we're in a giant black expanse, and I don't want to make too many bones about it, but we are in the right place. Yes?
Oh.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for the realm to catch up with us.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Can you explain what that means?
You'll know in about now. And, suddenly, just like, you remember that scene in The Matrix where he says
Yeah.
more guns and all those things just come flying towards him? Yeah, it's like that with just walls.
Oh, I was
In the
hoping there'd be
building.
guns.
No.
Leon just goes, nice.
Yeah, and now you're outside of a bar. There's just a very it's just it's very like old time saloon. It just says saloon out front.
Saloon?
It just says saloon out front, and then like below that, like in parentheses, name pending.
I'm going to. This isn't Glimmerstone Temple, correct? They wouldn't have a bar.
Well, it's right. Oh, it's dimensionally above Glimmerstone Temple.
Oh.
Hmm.
Taz says oh, but he doesn't understand what that meant.
You should probably go inside.
Actually,
I
Leon,
suppose so.
I have a
after-
leak to fix. I'll see you later.
After the skeleton says that, Leon actually lays down and puts his ear to the ground just to listen. You know, I can vaguely hear a temple down below.
Temple's known for being loud.
Yeah, I mean, you were at it at the last party. You remember the big rave they had after they revived Thistle.
Anyway, yeah, I head into the bar.
I wave goodbye to the skeleton and then follow suit.
Oh yeah, tell your boss I'm coming for him next.
Are you?
Quiet.
You hear a voice say, Leon, in response to that, says, "Are you now?"
Well, no, Leon
And-
turns around.
Yeah, inside the bar, sitting at the usual table, is Death.
Well, now. Leon instantly walks over there. We have a score to settle, you.
Can it wait until after we've made sure reality doesn't tear itself apart? I might need you for that.
Who cares about reality?
Me? Plentiful other people? I realize you don't live in reality, but other people do.
What is it?
Fine.
Oh.
I'll hear him out.
So what, did Edgar fall asleep or something? Why ain't he here?
He got
he
dragged
just
into
disappeared.
a hole in the sky.
There's
Just
a hand.
it just happened.
Come again?
He just got
Uh,
dragged into a hole in the sky. I don't have an explanation as to why this happened. It just kind of did.
Someone
There were
you know,
clocks.
Diffie.
Probably, yeah. I probably know who did it. But, huh. That was unexpected. Alright.
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's been pretty hard to communicate recently, so.
That might confirm a few of my suspicions. It might throw them out completely. Who knows? Well, he, stands up.
So you called us here for a rematch. I knew
Yeah.
you would be afraid.
We've all
No, not really. We have a meeting. You three, and me, and a bunch of other people. We gotta go.
What the? Not the rematch. What?
Nope.
I just
What?
asked you to put that off for later, Leon. You can get yourself killed after we've done what we need to do.
You see,
Rematch. I was waiting for the rematch.
the gods are kind of having a little bit of a meeting, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. We've all been asked to bring people who we think might be able to shed some light on the issue. You three are my +1.
I
Plus
see.
3.
And what would be served as this meeting?
Food?
I'll accept this.
Is there gonna be
So-
like any weird food that makes your face melt or something?
Only if you want it.
Alright, good.
So, yeah, most of the gods are bringing mortals that they think may have something to do with this. Whichever god was the most helpful, I believe, gets a sticker.
Ooh.
Huh. Sticker, you say? Leon Eotaf. Sticker getter of gods.
And I haven't gotten a sticker in ages. So,
Does
Without
the
further
sticker,
ado-
like, symbolize anything? Do you get something for the sticker, or is it just a sticker?
it just looks nice.
Oh, okay. So, question though.
Yeah.
Why would mortals know more than a god about what's going on?
Well, mortals wouldn't know more, but mortals being there, well, let's just call it cross-examination.
Alright.
it's better to have you there than to have you somewhere out in the mortal plane where we'd have to work to find you and look at you from a monitor or something. It's just a lot better if you're there.
What is this monitor you speak of?
It's God talk.
Ah,
So yeah,
Don't troll him. He's
yeah.
innocent.
So yeah, Death just kind of hops over the bar counter, and opens a door behind the counter and says, "We're going this way.
Leon
VIP exit."
Leon also jumps over the bar counter a bit more vigorously. He's not gonna be outdone by death.
You know what? Taz doesn't make a show of it. Taz just follows like a sane human being, or halfling in his case.
Senka does the same, as she is a civilized lady.
So yes, Death opens the door very gently, very deliberately, and beckons you through.
Leon takes charge going
Yeah.
in.
There's another very bright light enveloping all of you, and now you are in an endless white expanse. And in front of you is a very majestic palace of sorts. Like you know, it's very JRPG-esque. There's it's kind of crystalline. It's very pretty, very you know, it looks
Ostentatious.
regal. Yeah, ostentatious. Just sitting in that white expanse, and yeah.
Leon just goes, I've seen better.
Death, you know, just kind of walks forward, beckoning you to follow. As you look around, there are actually other things, like, kind of going towards the castle. Like, you notice, a chariot driven by flaming horses driving towards it. You notice basically a bus driving towards it. There's there's like a bus driving towards it. There's like a giant shadow like snaking across the ground towards it.
Leon looking at Senka. You have anything to do with that?
I don't think so. Maybe? No one, not that I know of.
I just think we have to accept this is not our reality and accept the strange things we witnessed today.
Yeah, Death just kind of like rolls his eyes and says, "Everybody arriving in with such gravitas. It's no faster if you just walk."
But you know, Dev, you always gotta make a show. Maybe that's why you don't get stickers.
Yeah, Death just ignores that and keeps walking forward.
Leon just leans into Taz. Got him.
Taz is sandbagging you. He's not going to give you the satisfaction.
So, but yeah, Death just wasn't listening. He's basically just like kind of mumbling to himself about all the other like drama llamas that are fucking making their way towards the palace.
Reality's tearing itself apart and he's calling them drama llamas.
I love this guy.
God damn it, Death.
Yeah, so, pulling up next to you, actually, like, pretty close, you hear some really obnoxiously loud music. You hear some obnoxiously loud music as, like, this, like, solid gold, contraption, like, pulls up next to you.
Ew,
It's kind of like
gaudy.
this solid gold, like, weird vehicle. And, like, it opens up, and, pretty, like, fat gentleman, like, sticks his head out and says, "Death, death! Always refusing to arrive in style."
That's what I told him.
Hey, yeah. This is the god of money, you three. The god of money. God of money, these three.
Oh, hey, I have a need of your
Ah.
services.
Capitalisto! I know you!
No, you're not that far off from his name.
Also, I
His name is El Capital.
Leon just heard it's a local name from somewhere. Also, question, is Nassim Pepsi still with us?
Yeah, they're just kind of walking with you.
Leon just says, well, that's an impressive vehicle, but I have a unicorn.
So yeah, he leans his head out. It's El Capital to you mortals.
Sure, Capitalisto.
Anyway, I'll have you know that I believe the mortals I've brought to the table will be more than sufficient enough to solve this crisis. So,
Oh, I highly doubt that.
Yes. After all, I am Leon Eotaf, the great fixer of problems.
Yeah, he's Leon Evotaf. Haven't you heard of him?
in any case, so even if your mortals appear to be the cause, that's not really what we're here for, is it? We're looking for a solution, and the solution to any problem is, of course, more money. So, you can just head right on back when you drop these three off.
Actually, I've gotten into a lot of trouble because of money.
I actually need a lot of money. Do you mind... Say, when we actually get the job, do you mind just sponsoring us instead?
Wow! Fucking now, Cass, he's going back.
Yeah, Death just kind of looks back at you, like, raising an eyebrow.
Nice, Taz. Show that Death that we are not his puppets.
I'm not showing Def. I was kind of just reaffirming Def made the right choice.
Yeah, no, El Capital, like, snorts and, gets back into his contraption and, like, raises the window back up and bumps the music up louder.
Well, you know what they say, money can't buy taste. And the god proves it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of speeds off in a different direction. And Death just kind of sighs and says, again, speed doesn't matter in this dimension. We're gonna arrive at the exact same time no matter what.
You know, Death, that guy seems like an asshole.
He's par for the course.
Oh.
Nicely. Wait a minute. So if that is Cappuccino, oh my god, are all the other gods real? I need to show up all of them.
I don't think you're going to make that much of an impact at this meeting.
Taz, shut up, I'm thinking.
God, I just came to this country to make some money, not get embroiled in this. I think the reality of Taz's situation is finally starting to come forward. Did we abandon Indiana Jones?
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, David. No, he was in the chariot with you.
Oh.
Alright, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to have brought him, or do you want him to just be staying behind at the bar?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a good choice. Oh my god, both
Bring
ways
him,
are pretty...
bring him, I argue.
Bring him.
Yeah.
Just drag him along on this weird spurned lover fucking adventure.
Yeah. Actually, David kind of, that you say that, David kind of leans into you, Taz, and says, hey, Taz. I've been kind of jotting down research. Do you not want this for a research paper to publish, or can I have it?
You can take it in this case.
Yeah, he's just writing things down, like, vigorously.
Taz is too in the moment to be thinking about research at the moment.
Typical David, just being boring and writing things down instead of experiencing them.
So, yeah, what?
I was just gonna say, isn't he like your boyfriend or something?
No, he's not. I bet he's an ex. You need to get out. Keep track of this here.
Wait,
So,
I've got
yeah.
to wait, Def. I've
What?
got a question. I kind of like, even though it makes no difference time-wise, Taz speeds up to like catch up to Def with whatever distance has been made.
Mm-hmm.
If we get selected to carry out this task, does this technically mean that we're, in some ways, championing you?
You can think of it that way, I guess.
Well, I just
I'm gonna
wanted to
think
know
that way.
what it actually means if we're chosen, because he's clearly brought people. However many gods are coming to this meeting have clearly brought people.
Leon Eotaf, Apostle of Death.
Yeah, basically, you'd kind of be repping for me, I guess.
Okay, then. I'm unsure how to feel about that. Taz slows back down, just kind of falls back into the group.
There's not much on the line aside from my pride and all of reality.
I,
We're gonna
Yeah,
get you that sticker.
I suppose I
Def.
can't complain about it.
Damn, you're putting me in a hard situation here, Death. At the same time, I want to show off and be good, but you know, if I'm repping you, you're my arch nemesis after all.
Yeah, I didn't lie.
But no,
Alright, yeah, you guys now are just so now like 1 minute, like 1 second you were like in a white expanse, like super far away from the palace, and now you're just suddenly at the door.
well, that was quick.
At the doors. So yeah. And that's like, and we're here. And basically just knocks on it and the doors open very dramatically.
Is this heaven? Are you in fact knocking on heaven's door?
Nope.
Okay.
So, yes, the doors open and you find yourself in this vast room of just a bunch of, like, weird sights. Like, all these, like, there's, like, flaming horses, there's just, like, completely, like, horrid amalgamations of different life forms. There's just a bunch of things all, like, conversing with each other.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Do
The
I
gods
see
must
anything
be
shadow
crazy.
related?
Yeah, there's a giant shadow devil, essentially,
Nice.
talking to the guy whose head is on fire.
Did I say? Damn, my head combusted into fire!
Can I go talk to the shadow devil?
Nope. Death raises up a hand and says, "You guys go in that room. Immortals will be summoned when you're needed."
No, come on.
I hope Taz brought a book.
I guess I sullenly walk into the room.
Yeah.
Leon
When
just
you
walks
walk
into-
into this room, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a small, like, lobby. And there's a bunch of mortals there, just kind of conversing with each other.
Neat.
It's like a
Oh my
small
God,
gathering.
I'm really fucking tempted to do this. If I can. Neo,
Yeah.
a lover in every port.
Yeah, sure.
This is
Absolutely.
the worst time.
That's Dex.
This
What's
is like the
It's
best.
charisma.
Well,
you gotta
Leon
run.
did a backflip
Yeah.
into the room.
All right.
Oh no! On a 10 plus, there's an old flame of yours who's willing to assist you somehow.
Yeah. You recognize there's like three, like, basically just three beauty models. Like in one of the corners of the room, just kind of standing there looking pretty, and yeah, one of them you recognize immediately.
No! Look who's there. Name?
Let's get a name. Boy or girl?
Gal.
Gal. Get Gal up in there. You want it to be human or a different race?
Surprise me.
Alright.
Dangerous answer.
This is gonna be hot.
Oh, hell yeah. Da-da-da-da.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da-da-da-da.
Dun,
Da-da-da.
dun, 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 dun.
It's her name's Naomi. And guess what? Guess what, Swede?
She's a lizard girl?
She's a cat girl.
Oh no.
Specifically leopard.
Wait, like how cat girl are we talking here on the furry scale?
He
Covered in
said surprise him.
fur. You know, covered in fur, but womanly figure.
I see.
So,
Leon just goes, "Hey, Naomi!"
Leon, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Why? Good to see you. Who sponsored you?
Oh, you know, my arch nemesis, Death.
Oh, he's your arch nemesis now?
Yes, of course.
Well, how good to see you. That's great to hear. We're sponsored by the Goddess of Beauty.
Of course. No goddess is better fitting than her for you.
Mmm. Compliment me more.
Ah, yes. Leon says and just sits in the corner, starts complimenting her.
Says, I just like nudge. I suppose like I just kind of nudge. Fuck, it's been so long. Fuck names, character names.
Senka?
Senka, sorry, yeah. I just kind of nudge Senka and go, I didn't know he was a furry.
I didn't either. This is weird and a little unsettling.
Not to be such, but Leon did hit on like several fucking lizard girls earlier.
Yeah, but that's a scaly, you know. We just
We don't know the depth and brevity
Okay,
of Leon's
here's the thing.
fetishes.
Leon will do anything.
So he's just pansexual.
Yes,
Anything sentient, he'll put his dick in.
basically.
I gotcha. Well,
Should've-
now we're on the same page.
we're just gonna like eventually just get to like a goo person, just
Leon's
utterly
like,
amorphous.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but Leon just sits there complimenting her. So, yes. And of course, you, with your intelligence, yes, of course you're gonna be able to be picked. Of course.
Alright, so while he's occupied with that, what are you guys on the lookout for? Do you, like, you just...
I'm
looking around
I'm
the room?
eyeing up the competition, trying to.
Oh no, I just
Actually,
realized
I
what this
do
is.
go around like talking to people and asking like what God chose them and like how much they know. Essentially, I kind of want to know like how well informed everyone is, and do they know it was kind of us that caused the problem in the first place?
I don't even fucking remember what the problem is.
Well, you causing the problem is just Death's guess.
Oh, okay, because
Keep in
of
mind. Yeah.
Edgar's. All right.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't like think that, or they'd have no reason to think that because that's just
Well-
Death's some.
Yeah, most of them probably think they're the ones who caused the problem.
Wow, this is a complex issue if everyone thinks they're to blame.
Yeah.
bunch of narcissists.
So, let's see. So, alright, I'll point out a few things. There's a group of 3 vampires.
Blah, blah.
They, were chosen by the Shadow King.
Oh shit, I want to talk to them.
Do you?
Yeah.
There's 3 mages who were chosen by the Lord of Searing Flames. You already have the models for the Goddess of Beauty. There's a pretty rich guy and 2 mercenaries chosen by El Capital.
So it's just the idea of a pretty rich guy, like he has nothing. it's
You
just
spaced that
nothing
out
else.
awkwardly that I didn't know if he was pretty rich or pretty and rich.
No. He has very nice robes and a lot of.
Yes, I like to.
Oh
I
my
like to
god,
think
we're
that
not gonna lose this job to a fucking dandy.
So it's just, I imagine like when you say pretty rich guy, like that's all. He has no other qualities. He's just
Yeah.
rich.
It's just someone playing the merchant prince class who wound up.
Yeah. Some of the more esoteric things. There's there's a snake, a giant spider, and a anthropomorph. There's a snake, a giant spider, and a bat person.
That's neat.
There's let's see. Oh yeah. There's 3 green weasels and a golem made of dirt. And there's just a troop of 7 Cockney orphans.
What the?
Oh my god!
I just want to sum up the image as Taz is like going through all the people and then just sees 7 Cockney orphans. Instead of having any cohesive comment on them, Taz just kind of mouths words. What the fuck?
They're somehow the weirdest thing in the room.
Somehow. Like, Taz could accept that a god would go, yeah, spider, snake, bat person, they're unique enough to solve the problem, just some orphans. Like, that's a god who was just rushing to this meeting.
Are the Cockney orphans like the swarm class? They're just a swarm of Cockney orphans.
No, that was literally one of my ideas for the Horde. Yeah, it was just Cockney orphans.
Horde, that's what
Why
it
do I
is.
imagine like the leader of that just goes, "Oh my god, what are you
Yeah.
looking at?"
Actually, I've got a question. You said the goddess of beauty was sponsoring free. Is it just a trio of cat girls, then?
There's a cat girl, a human girl, and an elf girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well now.
Who's sponsoring the Cockney Orphans? Is that the god of poverty? What the hell's going on there?
You just make a beeline for the Cockney orphans and ask them who's sponsoring them.
Yeah, Taz actually does order. I was like, what? Why are you... More concerned than I'm sounding. Was like, why are you here?
I got adopted.
Oh, aye! We're sponsored by the god of crime.
Oh, how stereotypical. Taz just leaves. Taz makes doubly sure his pockets are safe as he walks away.
Well, let's see. Roll wisdom.
Wow. I've already had money troubles this whole campaign. There's Taz. Alright, first roll for me of this session. Ah,
Yeah, your money's safe.
good. That's fucked up.
Okay, so who are you following up on?
I want to follow up on the vampire kids.
They're not kids, they're vampires.
They're all kids.
They're
in
not
my
kids.
book.
Wow, okay, fine. Yep, you approach the 3 vampires.
I guess I approach them and I'm just like, hey, I hear that you're all sponsored by the Shadow King.
Yeah, what's it to you?
I happen to be imbued with shadow magic. I wanted to perhaps, I don't know, talk to him. Could you maybe tell
Shadow.
me a bit about him?
Oh, shadow magic. Yeah, I think he said one of you might show up.
Yeah, it's probably me.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You're tapping into his realm whenever you use your magic.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but what about him? What's this guy like? What's he do? Why is he a king rather than an overlord or a demon or something?
Oh, he's pretty weird, yeah. I don't know how to describe him. It's like, it's like he's at 10 the entire time.
I can appreciate that. Great. Is there anything that he likes?
He likes when people encourage him.
There you go, Snake.
He
That's what the
likes
kids
being-
look like.
He likes being encouraged?
You'll see when the meeting happens. I'm sure he'll dominate much of the conversation.
That's great. Do you know any way that I might be able to get in touch with him before, during, or after this event?
It would probably have to be after.
I mean, I figured.
Well, I mean, good luck and whatever you look for.
Alright, thanks. I'm just trying to figure out why things are the way they are. Catch you guys on the flip side, and I...
Skateboard away.
Yeah, skateboard away. One of my shadow guards polymorphs into a
Oh.
skateboard.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, there's like a breakdance troupe as well.
Sick.
Of course. I don't think the gods are taking this very seriously.
Yeah, and they're hanging out like next to like a band of like 5 bards who are just jamming out.
Somehow this is exactly how I imagined the gods to act, yet I'm still a little bit thrown by this. I guess
Hey Taz, you just gonna chill, Leon says as he's dancing with the models.
Oh god, you fit right in with them.
It's weird being in a place where Leon is the one who fits in and we're the outsiders, Taz.
Yes. This is making me reevaluate a lot about existence.
Taz, you notice the Cockney orphans eyeing up the rich guy.
I just kind of nudge Senka and point this out, like something's going down.
I observe this obvious criminal activity about to happen, and I just say, I don't know, just let it happen.
Yeah, I'm not helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
probably-
you're not gonna intervene.
Fuck no. In fact,
Alright.
actually, can I like go and talk to the rich guy?
They all take out their billy clubs and like kind of like scuttle towards him and
Oh my god.
Wait, this isn't a pickpocketing. This is a beatdown.
one of them distracts him calls him like a very rude name and runs away. The guy like basically just kind of like stutters like in anger and like rushes off towards him, but one of the other kids has like bent over to like so that the rich guy trips over him.
I like to think the kid said something
And-
like, "Oi, Bob, you're a
Yeah,
dishwasher."
and then the other 5 just kind of swarm him as his 2 mercenaries like run forward. They all disperse before the mercenaries can catch them and run into the crowd.
Leon just says, "It's just man, poor show." Beaten by a bunch of kids.
Taz is blown away.
So in the world of Hemlock, the power scale goes at the bottom, rich guy, and above that, Cockney orphans.
But what's in between those 2 points?
Well, that's what we're finding out here, I guess.
I guess Taz is going to summon who do I summon? It's been a while. Who do I bring out for this occasion?
You're gonna beat up the kids.
I'm not gonna beat up the kids. Yeah, fuck it, Chumbawamba.
Alright,
Chumbawamba, he's transcendent.
absolutely.
He's got a deformity.
Alright, so... I'm gonna look up your description of Chumbawamba again. Does Chumbawamba have, like, eyes?
I think he has one eye. Think of him as kind of in the form of Mike
A
from Monster.
cacodemon?
Yeah, that's better. That's better than what I was gonna say.
I feel like I've done this before, but no arms.
Alright, he's got legs, so just walk.
Yeah, and also, you don't see him immediately. Like, the summoning instrument has clearly worked, but like nothing opened up.
Hmm.
Come through, knocking the door or something.
Yeah, you hear a banging on the door behind you.
Oh, I go and open it.
Yeah, it's Chumbawamba.
I wonder
Hello,
how is he
Dom.
knocking it? Is there just a dirt stain on the door now from
Yes.
just scuff the place? Yeah, Chumbawamba walks in. And I'm just gonna have him shadow me.
Nice.
Chumbawamba has
my-
the tag transcendent.
Why do I imagine like some of the people's been brought together and says, "Hey my, he can summon spirits, I say."
Here's the thing, Chumbawamba is like probably actually the least impressive spirit I could have summoned at the moment. Because transcendent like doesn't really mean much in this situation, but it feels correct. Living creatures are awed or dismayed by the spirit and will not attack unless struck first. So, some people might be awed.
Yeah, some of them.
Hmm.
Leon sees this.
The orphans fall like cleanly on the dismayed scale of it.
Leon sees this and like, damn it, Taz can't outshine me.
I mean, I very easily can. I can mind control people.
Leon does not like this. He'll remember this.
Oh yeah, I forgot the other group I forgot to point out. The other notable group. There's a Templar, a cop,
Wait.
and... What?
Templar.
Yes, a Templar.
Oh no.
There's a Templar, a police officer, and a... just sort of knight that's just kind of... And like, a white knight, we'll say.
The fact that you've gone with police officer instead of guardsman is...
Yeah. You know, kind of like how, you know, some, like, what was it? Terrebonne had police officers.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking of a modern day cop. Just like someone...
No. It's black leathers. Like,
Is he a
kind
loose
of in that
cannon?
fashion.
Is he a loose cannon?
Looks like it.
Actually, Leon just says, "Hey, you guys looks pretty strong. You've been brought here by like a god of war or something."
We were brought here by the spirit of justice.
Ah, justice. Well, I'm a hero. I follow the spirit of justice too. Though this time I've been summoned by my arch nemesis, Death. You might have heard of him.
They just all side-eye you.
Taz just is blown away by looking at Leon calling himself right and just while standing by three people literally chosen by justice to do his job.
Leon just says, "Hey now. You guys don't think I'm up for it? You know, maybe we should have a little tussle. I'll show you how righteous and justice I am."
Are they beating you up?
Yeah, they all, like, simultaneously, without conversing with each other, they all just simultaneously do the most smug turn around and scoff as they all walk away from you.
Oh yeah. Run away, eh? Ah, we'll meet again.
I run after them and I say, "Hey, wait. Everyone else here is a god, but you guys were summoned here by a spirit?"
The spirit of justice.
Yeah, that sounds kind of weak. Not the god of justice.
He's a deity. They're all deities.
Yeah, but you're calling him a spirit, not a god.
Yeah,
I was summoned
yeah,
by
those three
death.
goths report to the Shadow King.
Yeah, I know, but like at least
He's a
king is
king.
a high-ranking official.
Yeah.
The spirit
Also,
of
don't
justice
Insult my
is...
people.
Taz is
embodiment of
Taz is
justice.
making as much distance as he can away from the rest of his group.
Besides me, Senka, and Tess over there, we were summoned by Death. You
I'm
know,
hiding
Death-
behind Chumbawamba, so when he points in my direction, you just see a dirt monster instead.
Yeah, we were summoned here by, like, death, the all-inescapable, all-consuming thing, and you were summoned here by a spirit?
A spirit that's just something that humans came up with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, a
they
ghost?
sigh and just kind of say, "How little you know," and walk away.
How little you know, sir.
I'm trying to close my door, but yeah.
So yeah, are you guys going to try and seek out more info, or are you just gonna wait until?
I think I've
they're summoned?
got enough. Whatever happens in the meeting, it's gonna happen at this point.
I want to go back over to the Goths real quick, and I just want to say, like, hey guys, I know we chatted earlier about unrelated things, but I just want to ask, like, what's your opinion on, like, what's going on?
The lead vampire just kind of sighs and says, "I don't know. No one seems to be in agreement on what's causing these reality tears.
Well, what's, like, your personal opinion?
I think the only one who knows anything is the god of time."
Okay, so you think that time has something to do with this, or
I
he
think
just
the god of time's the only one who isn't showing up.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks. That's a good point.
It seems that the god of time isn't on time.
I compliment the Goths on their goth outfits, and
Yeah, they're pretty goth.
yeah.
So, Leo, are
and
there
I
any
leave.
shads here that Leon can hang out with?
I think 3 of them just disavowed you and walked away.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Those were cool people.
Yeah.
Are they getting free hot ladies? No.
One of the breakdancers is very much a frat bro.
Bruh.
How's David?
does
What's
he look-
David been doing?
David's just kind of been in the corner vigorously writing things down.
Question.
What?
Does that dancer look like he's straight out of Smash Mouth? Like he's literally a Smash Mouth member or something?
Yes. Absolutely.
Good. Do I know you from somewhere? Leon says to the frat bro.
They're busy dancing.
Who?
All of them. They're all busy dancing.
You just gotta bust some rhymes.
Yeah.
That's dancing. It's busting rhymes.
Alright, so. A few, like an hour basically passes. And, you're all, like, pretty much all of you just kind of get psychically told through your minds. Yeah, you're all needed in the meeting room. In the diner. The
Don't
dining
tell me what to
yeah,
do, Def.
Yeah,
Out we
you're all
go.
needed in the dining room. So yeah,
I go.
everyone just kind of falls silent and just kind of walks out the door. Into, just this very long room, like basically, it's another room that basically just seems to be an endless expanse with this very nice glass floor and chandeliers lining the ceiling. And just a table with all the food you could ever imagine on it.
My god! Look at all the food!
Yeah, the mortals are all kind of on one side of the table with the gods on the other.
I guess I find my seat and
Yeah, Leon does too, just...
Yeah.
Man.
What god are we near? Death, presumably?
Yeah,
or-
you're near death.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, in more
Just wanna
ways than
double
one.
check that this isn't some, like,
Let-
random seating order.
Leon makes sure to sit as close as possible to Death and just says, Sup, Death?
Hey,
Leon, don't try and intimidate him. He's deaf.
So?
Leon. He is the concept of death.
I don't fear Death.
You don't really intimidate that.
and now you just hear a booming voice. Commence debate!
Wait, what?
And
load my truth
immediately
bullets.
the gods erupt into like chatter and arguments.
Can we make out any of it?
Yeah, you hear a few back and forth. So like the guy whose head was on fire, he says, he yells out, "We need to know what the hell is going on! I can't have my realm leaking out into other realms. It'll end very poorly."
I shout no shit at him.
Vigorous entry into the debate.
Yeah. The Shadow King fires back. "I can't have your realm entering my realm. I can't have any source of light entering my realm. My realm needs to be left to its devices. It serves a very important function."
I shout, yeah!
"What function?" yells "What function?" yells one of the other gods. Like he's like kind of scrawny. He
Oh, he's got a
has like
family.
he's kind of scrawny. He has like a notebook on him. "What function? Your whole goddamn realm just kills people!"
Hey, killing.
Senka just mutters to herself, learns something new.
Alright, and yeah, the arguments just kind of continue on in this fashion. Very much no substance, mostly just all of them insulting each other.
How does Death
Leon
look?
is go-
Is Death just got his like head in his hand, just like, oh god?
Death's just kind of leaning his head on one of his hands, kind of basically just stirring milk in his tea.
So, Death, do you have any idea on how to rein these kids in?
They'll tire themselves out.
Okay,
Uh,
so we
uh,
just play the waiting game.
Yeah.
Taz just kind of picks up
Alright.
like a chicken leg off of his plate and just takes a bite, just sits down and waits. It's been a while since we had something nice to eat.
Yeah, true.
Senka
My
eats them
reward for my
while waiting.
heroics.
Alright, so, yeah, finally, like, there's like a lull. Like, they all kind of are catching their breath now. And Death sighs and says, "Right, so, should we go over the mortals then?"
Oh,
And-
finally.
The Shadow King just kind of looks over and says, "Fine. I'll go first. I believe my troop of trusted vampires may well have been the source of our troubles. They've been gathering a well of power below one of the major cities in the country of Aerith. A well of power," says the Lord of Searing Flames. "Yes," says the Shadow King. "A well of power. Of dark power. The best power."
I like this guy.
Is he gonna try and sell me renewable energy or something?
With new solar panels from
Darkness
yeah.
solar panels.
The Shadow King kind of, focuses towards the center of the table where basically like a bunch of water like pops up, and there's like it basically just forms like a mirror that shows that kind of flashes several colors and then shows what you imagine is said well of power. It's like an image of it.
yeah,
There's-
bigger.
A lot of blood pouring into like what seems to just be a black hole.
How edgy.
Yeah.
How boring.
Just so a black hole being filled with blood is destroying reality. Taz does say that out loud. Well,
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter amongst the gods now, as the Shadow King kind of smiles to himself and
This
like
is
nods
preposterous.
smugly.
What do I... Hang on, wait. I got a question.
What?
Can I roll spout lore on wells of power?
Sure.
I want to just know if Taz can somehow know enough to prove or disprove this is a theory. So Taz can be the one to just bullshit the god. Not bullshit, but upstage the gods in knowledge.
Alright.
9, oh, well.
Well, you know that's, what you do know is that is blood magic.
Is blood magic enough to destroy the fucking universe?
I don't think so.
You say that out loud?
I will say that out loud. Taz muses it out loud. Is blood magic enough to destroy the universe?
Hey! Small one has a point! And you all look forward, and there's this just ghostly apparition holding a very lofty sword.
Oh,
Well, no.
That much blood magic, although very much illegal, would not be by itself enough to cause these rifts. Just the other day, there was a blood cult in Hemlock, wasn't there?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, we killed them.
we put a stop to that.
Yeah.
Blood cults are a dime a dozen. Get out of here, Shadow King!
Damn.
dare you.
Slam.
Shadow King's just kind of stuck. What?
Look at all the blood!
No one has a better blood cult than my guys!
Maybe the blood god?
Blood cults are weak! Blood cults are immoral! Leave this place! Leave! Says the ghostly apparition now floating towards him with a booming voice.
Is that the spirit of justice?
What a fucking asshole.
Damn.
I know, I like this guy. I'm on his side. He's cool. He has a big sword and he backed me up.
Yes, you suck! You're stupid! You're stupid, Shadow King! Leave, Shadow King! You're dumb!
Stupid mind.
And the Shadow King just kind of basically just storms out.
How awkward do all the mortals feel right now?
The vampires just kind of very they basically all turn into fog and follow him.
Leon just asked him, does this happen often?
I think that just means we're one step closer to being the people chosen.
Oh, nice! I'm gonna be a winner.
We just need to make ourselves look better than everyone else in this room.
To be fair, it's not hard, Taz. Leon says as he's waving to fucking Naomi.
Taz realizes that in this kind of social situation, he's going to have to account for Leon.
Yeah, the Death just kind of gazes up at Justice and says, "Well, if you're so righteous, what the hell are your boys? What the hell do your boys have to do with this?" Justice turns around and smiles and grins and says, "Obviously, my choice would be correct. These three are my strongest champions. They eradicate evil wherever they go. The answer to our crisis is obvious. I've been too good at my job. Karmic imbalance."
Leon just slams him. What do you mean those three are the most powerful? What about me? Leon Eartaff. I fought for your name several times.
Taz kind of grabs Leon by the back and pulls him down, stands up. I don't believe karmic imbalance would cause this either. There's more
Leon...
possible answers if we just go over everyone's case.
Leon stands up again. You know, damn, I spent so much of my life for you and I'm not even top 3. What am I? What rank am I? Tell me, so-called justice spirit.
Justice places his hand on your head. And you feel every single bad decision you've ever made hits you at once, Leon.
Nice.
Damn.
I want you to roll wisdom.
You know, I am really, really sad. Neo, massive missed opportunity. Also, thank God he failed that. But massive missed opportunity that Clone Leon wasn't in Justice's retinue.
Oh my god.
Yeah. God damn it. Alright, so yeah, Leon, every bad decision you've ever made just suddenly comes to the forefront of your mind.
Oh dear.
Like, you know, like that feeling you get sometimes where, like,
Yeah.
out of nowhere you remember, like, something really embarrassing you did when you were 14?
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's like that, but times 100.
Leon is ah.
It essentially makes you like a sputtering mess. You have to just sit down for a few minutes now.
Leon just go. Oh no, that time in high school.
I didn't even know you went to high school. Didn't know you got that far.
Leon slaps Taz.
Does he feel guilty about that?
No.
So yeah, the Lord of Searing Flames pipes up. Justice! This is a reality-destroying crisis! Tell me you did not use this as an opportunity to brag!
Well, sounds like Leon has a what? Well, it sounds like Justice and Leon has more in common than we thought.
Alright, Justice floats to the middle of the table. I see. You all think you're so good. You all think you have important jobs. Let me tell you, and like he just starts kind of going into this rant on how important the law is and how important it is to bring justice to the world. How he can't be faulted if he's the only deity who actually cares about what he's doing.
Can I boo him and tell him that he sucks?
You can't get a word in edgewise.
Damn it. Fuck.
Just boo over him.
Can I boo over him? Like
You
I'm
can
just
try.
Boo! I want to do that.
Roll charisma.
Roll charisma. Oh, good.
Surely there should be Constitution to shout very loudly.
No, it doesn't work.
Damn it.
So yeah, everyone just kind of has to be silent as Justice goes into his rant. It lasts about half an hour.
Jesus Christ, Justice is an asshole.
Just for this, I'm gonna like commit a crime as soon as we're out of here. Like
You know
I'm gonna
what?
fucking murder someone.
All right, hang on. I just realized. So, what is Justice's argument? Is it basically that he's been doing his job so well that karmic imbalance is causing the universe to tear itself apart?
Yes.
All right, Taz just kind of stands up and yells at him. Are you saying we should all go commit crimes?
He kind of falls silent and like looks at you.
You're saying you're doing your job too well, and thus karmic imbalance is ripping the universe apart. Are you saying we should all leave here and kill a man? Is that honestly what you're proposing? I'm gonna put some words in Justice's mouth.
Alright, roll charisma.
Partial.
Well, he looks at you. All of the gods look at you. Like they're all just kind of staring at you.
By the way, Leon mutters, "God damn it, Tess, don't join me."
I just go, he's got a good point.
Taz, how are you feeling? They're all looking at you now.
Well,
All of the gods in the room.
all I'm saying is, we know somebody who's much more likely, and we've just heard you out for half an hour here, Justice, and what you said is very interesting, but I feel there's a few holes in it.
Well, you kind of realize he had one argument, and the rest of the rant was just telling everybody else that they're not doing their jobs properly.
And I feel that you just telling everyone they're not doing their jobs right, it might come off as a little bit big-headed. When you claim to be doing your job so well, it's destroying the universe. If that's the case, surely you wouldn't have turned up to this meeting, you'd just start doing your job worse.
Another, solid minute passes of pure silence.
By the way,
And
Leon
Justice
yeah.
Justice floats back to his chair and sits down. and yells, "Next!"
I shout "fuck you" at him.
Taz just sits down and just like says to Sacred Leon, "I don't know if I won that argument or not."
By the way, Leon joins second by saying "fuck you" to him.
Yes.
All right. The Lord of Searing Flames gets up, slams his fist down on the table as fire erupts like from every like opening in the room.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the guy whose head was on fire, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. And he immediately yells, "Right! Time to set this meeting straight!" And he gets up on his chair, making sure everybody is looking at him as he. No. He's pretty tall, but you know he wants to make everything more dramatic. There's a lot of fire just enveloping him now. He starts. He lets out a primal roar and says, "I know what's going on. Too much fire!" And
My word, these gods are all very fixated.
Oh wait, no, I said that wrong. Sorry. He goes, "Not enough fire!" And then just immediately everyone starts yelling at him to sit the fuck down and shut up.
I kind of agree with him. I think that more fire would help.
Oh my god. Therefore, all the gods this stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Death, you don't seem utterly just one note about death. You seem to have more varied interests.
Not stupid, just single-minded.
So stupid.
What are the qualifications to be a god? I feel like any of us could do a better job.
Leonioteff. God. Yeah.
Actually, the Lord of Searing Flames is really good at his job.
I mean,
his job is very simple.
Setting things on fire. I guess that's fair.
Well, Def. So what you're saying is, if I beat you, I'll get your job.
He
I
didn't
don't think
say
that's
that
what he
in
said.
any way.
Alright, Leon, I'm gonna have to ask you to do something for me. Please point out the exact sentence I said that implied that in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you know, Def. Oh, you didn't. Are you afraid?
Alright, so
Got him.
the goddess of beauty speaks up and says, "Alright, we should
Leon-
probably
Leon
get to me, I
instantly
suppose."
catcalls her. Hello, beautiful.
Senka glares at him.
Yeah, she ignores you.
Oh.
I nudge Leon really hard in the ribs.
Ow. What? Not my problem.
Contain yourself.
So yeah, the goddess of beauty kind of speaks up. It says, "I've sourced my favorite models to scour their lands and find out what they could for me. I've brought them here, they've shared their results with me, and I believe that whatever the problem is, it is somewhere, the source lies somewhere in Hemlock, not in any of the other countries."
Ah, sweet, it narrows it down. Can this count as my lover in port helping, willing to assist you, or is that just something that? Yeah,
No, it's just something the goddess of beauty is contributing.
No, okay.
Yeah, and the Shadow King suddenly like runs back in. No, doesn't run. No, like he like kicks open the door and like storms back in.
God,
So you just narrow it down to a country and you expect fine applause?
I love this guy.
Get out, Shadow King.
I cheer the Shadow King on. I go like, yeah, good point.
Leon just starts thinking, fuck, I've been worshipping the wrong guy, haven't I?
The Shadow King like suddenly just sits back in his chair. It's like Not everything cool happens in Hemlock.
I don't know. I've been all over the world. Most cool things happens in Hemlock.
And everyone just kind of coughs, like, awkwardly. It's like, welcome back, Shadow King.
Do the vampires just come back in as well? Sit down.
Yeah, they kind of, like, the fog just kind of condenses into their 3 forms.
Taz isn't quite. Taz is not stepping out, but Taz is just gonna keep quiet for a little bit.
And, she says, and the Goddess of Beauty says, shall we need to replace the tantrum hole again?
You have a tantrum hole?
Yes.
Question, what is David's reaction to all of this?
He's kind of catatonic. Like,
As he
it's
just
kind of overload for him.
Leon just shouts, get on with it!
Right, Hemlock. That's very convenient for us. We're local to Hemlock. Well, two out of 3 are. Well,
Alright.
Forgetting about
So-
David again as I say that.
Yeah. Absolutely, you are.
David's
Uh,
AFK.
So, yeah, someone, clears their throat very loudly. And, there's just kind of, this sort of, this guy who's pretty tall in stature, kind of leaning back very casually. Leaning back very casually, lights up a cigarette and says, I think we're sort of missing the forest for the trees. Hemlock's the land of the gods, of course it would be. Of course, of course we'd have left behind something that would cause something like this. You mean, was the land of the gods? Says, Death, just kind of casually piping up. Basically, you notice talking for the first time in the entire meeting.
Huh.
Sounds bitter.
Well, in any case, the other man clears his throat and says, well, in any case, I think we can all agree that when we picked up camp and moved, perhaps a few things may have been left behind. Perhaps a few things intentionally left behind, perhaps unintentionally. Perhaps some old feuds. Perhaps we did something wrong once in our oh so glamorous lives.
Wow, you gods really suck.
And Justice is kind of just glaring at this man. And kind of pipes up and says, if you have something to say, then say it! And he
You
just kind of...
suck.
And yeah, he yawns and says, the source of power, you remember, ringing a bell, fragments all over the place, mortals maybe getting a little too technologically capable for their own benefit.
Leon looks at his mechanical shit.
Oh dear, are we gonna have to blow up Emberwell?
Oh, shit. Can we fucking blow up Emberwell? Can we do this?
Yeah, and he just kind of says, I'm just saying, maybe if you had all listened to me instead of going on about honor and, like, suddenly Justice, like, basically, like Justice has, like, been gathering, like, food by him for, like the last, like, half hour. And, like, you now see him in one fell swoop smash it all off the table in just causing as much of a mess as possible as he storms over to this man. And just kind of yells in his face, who are you to talk down to us? For the love of God, crime isn't even something there should be a god of!
Huh.
And just sort of, again, going into one of his... You can just tell from the way he's been winding himself up that this is going to be another half-hour-long rant.
Man,
Can I
vague
roll
concepts get
charisma
antsy.
to shout over him about karmic balance?
Yeah, roll charisma 5.
Nice. Fuck!
No. You start to say something and, like, just immediately, like, you just realize... There's no way you can raise your voice loud enough to be louder
Okay.
than him.
Leon is gonna try.
Yes.
What are you yelling
Alright.
about?
Yeah, what do you yell?
Leon just shout, "Silent, you fool! If you really are the spirit of justice, you should not hinder a hearing like this."
He immediately as you say that, like he turns to you. The full fury of his rage for crime has now pointed in your direction, Leon.
So Leon is just nice. Well, what will it be? Will you continue?
And
court?
suddenly, like, suddenly there are just handcuffs tying you to your chair as, like, a gag materializes around your mouth.
The god of fucking justice and kinks?
Leon has horrible memories.
Oh,
And yeah,
I got off better with an 8.
and he continues yelling at crime.
Can I, like, try and remove Leon's bindings?
Yeah, it was done in anger. It's not exactly, like, that, complex.
I do
Man, what a
that.
piss baby.
Yeah, Death just kind of sighs and says, let him tire himself out.
But he's wasting time.
And finally, Justice just kind of screams to the air and says, I'll be back in 10 minutes! And walks through the wall out of the room.
Quick, everyone, we have to finish this.
Does he become
Yeah.
intangible, or does the wall just shatter?
No, he just... Actually, you know what? Yeah, he you think he's a ghost, so he's gonna walk through the wall, but... Like kind of intangibly, but no, like, though he just kind of made a him-shaped hole in the wall. And the wall, like, has to repair itself.
I suppose we'll hear him coming.
Yeah.
Are we sure he's not the god of ranting?
So,
So...
Taz does just kind of pipe up. So, what you're saying is whichever mortals are chosen to undertake this job will have to attack Emberwell?
Not attack Emberwell. More...
Sabotage?
That's a good... That's a very good word. I like that word. It's one of my favorites, actually. But
Wait.
yes, in a word.
Wait. God of crime, you were planning to send fucking Cockney orphans to ruin the whole civilization?
Not to ruin a civilization, to steal their little gemstone.
Cockney orphans.
Gemstone.
They're the best criminals in the entire planet.
Oh my god. You fucking underestimating us, mate.
What side are you on? You wanted to be picked by Justice 5 minutes ago.
Hey, I swear no allegiances to gods. I'm Leonie of Taff. Heroic hero.
Taz just kind of turns back to the gods who are probably all looking at this exchange and just kind of says, well, you know who to pick, and just kind of slumps his head in his hands.
And
Besides, I could do it better than some fucking kids.
and now, like, they're all kind of talking amongst each other. Like, so wait, like, so yeah, so they're all kind of talking amongst each other as Death just kind of looks at Crime and says, so, are you saying that you don't think any of the mortals are the actual source of this? Yeah, Crime just kind of raises his hands. perish the thought that we might have made a mistake.
You know, considering what I've seen today, you all probably have fucked up several things.
And so yeah, they're all just kind of talking amongst each other as Death just kind of says, "Well, I should probably introduce my three. It was going to be four, but c'est la vie." He points to Senka. This one's the one tied into that tearing open, but to the first major tearing dimensions we saw, about all the first major tearing dimensions we saw all those years ago. Her family managed to find their way to the Shadow Realm, and well, now she has weird powers, and she has kept using them despite all of the, let's say, less than pretty side effects. He points to Taz. This one picked up an entire tool dedicated to dimensional tearing. He's been using it nonstop. And then he points to Leon.
Yeah, and Leon just starts flexing.
And there's two of this one.
Yeah, I'm that good.
So wait, this might be our fault?
Unwittingly, perhaps.
Oh,
I
dear.
raise my hands.
Leon Eotaf never does anything unwittingly.
The moment I'm out of Hemlock, I'll put the World Wrecker aside and it won't see use again, I'll swear that much. For what it's worth.
Oh yeah, we had Edgar with us. He could badly had time powers. I think that was...
We had an old man coming here who I thought would have been the best, who I think would have been the best case for the cause of this, but fucking Clockman grabbed him.
The God of Time isn't turning up to this meeting, you said.
Nope.
The Goth said that.
Yeah.
Okay. So... I don't know enough about him to judge, but... Any good reason why he wouldn't make time for a meeting?
He thinks he has... the Shadow King just kind of like... pretentious fucker thinks he has all the answers.
So you just didn't invite him?
He thinks he has his... No, we invited him. He just thinks he has his... He just says he has his own solution he wants to try out.
Is that why he maybe grabbed our friend?
Probably. Not like he lets us know anything. Not like he lets us know any of his plans.
He could have given us some warning.
Leon just being mad now. God damn it, Edgar is gonna get glory for himself.
Maybe not glory, probably just be used as a tool in Time's game. Or plan.
Leon isn't listening.
In any case, I think despite our egos, Death continues. I think we can agree we've maybe let dimensional tearing get a little out of hand in Hemlock.
Yes, I agree, maybe. Maybe it's gone a bit too far.
Oh, your agreement matters so fucking much, says the Shadow King.
Oh, don't get antsy at me. Your dimension's part of the problem.
Yeah.
I defend the Shadow King and say, I don't know about that. It's not that big of an issue.
Oh, all he's done this meeting is yell at people while not really saying anything useful.
Oh, come on. Justice is worse.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree. Justice is worse.
El Capital raises his hand and says, I didn't get a turn.
No one cares about you, money man.
You're only in for this for money.
Yeah, what's your solution to this? Oh, there's not enough
Yeah,
money.
El Capital gets up and says, you're all wrong, I'll have you know. I have figured out, with my vast resources, what the problem truly is, and the answer may surprise you.